Check that view out. And they hang these red dresses up, see, in memory of murdered and missing Indigenous women. It's like there's a serial killer on the loose or something. Good afternoon, guys. We're back again. Caper couple here, Kevin and Laura. So today, guys, we're actually out in East Bay, and we're headed to a native community called Eskasoni. We're going to go up there today, check the place out. I haven't been there in a few years myself, so a lot has probably changed over the years. As I said, we're going to check the place out. We're going to roam around and see what's out there now. Show you guys some nice views. You can get up on top of the mountain. We can drive up there and we'll get out the car and we'll get you a beautiful view of the island again and see what else is over there. So we'll catch you when we get there, guys. Hey peeps, we just had to stop for a second here because we seen such a beautiful view. We're on the road on East Bay heading towards Eskasoni, but as I say, we just had to stop here. We have a big beautiful clearing, a big opening. So I'm going to pan the camera around and show you guys this. It's just an amazing view of the island. Just give me 1 second here till I situate my camera. This is why I need a gimbal, guys. So check that out. Isn't that nice? See the Bredor Lake? Well, not Bredor anymore. This would be the Myra. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Amazing view. Absolutely beautiful view. A little windy out, a little chilly today. So, let's change my camera around. So yeah, we just thought we'd stop and show you that. And we're going to hop back in the car and head on towards Eskasoni, so we'll catch you in a bit. Hey guys, just wanted to stop one more time. We had another beautiful view here. So check this out. What do you think of that? See the other side of the island. I think that's the side that Ski Benyon is on. It's either back that way further or it's up ahead further. I can't remember. It's been that long since I've been out here. Don't come out this way very often. Hey guys, we're back. We're now in Eskasoni and we're up on top of the mountain here. Pretty much on the top. So we're going to spin the camera around and show you a view of the town of Eskasoni. So just give me a second here, I'll situate my camera again. And guys, check that view out. I'm going to zoom in a bit for you guys. As you can see, that's the town. It's a native community. Lots of culture up here, guys. Next we're going to head down to Goat Island, which is just down the road down that way where I'm pointing now. And we're going to try and get in the cultural center there and give you guys a little bit of info on this place, I guess. It's supposed to be a nice little adventure. Learn a little bit about native culture and the community here. It's a little chilly up here on the mountain.
Yep.
Laura's cold. She has her winter coat on. I have my winter coat on. So what do you think of this view, people? It's just beautiful, isn't it? And I was right the first time, it is a Bredor Lake. Just an amazing view. Beautiful day out. But as I said the last couple of days, it's weather change is very drastic here lately. It goes from super warm, oh sorry, I forgot to hand the camera back out here. Yeah, it's going from super warm, guys, to freezing cold. You can see Laura's putting her hood up.
Yes, I'm cold.
She's pretty cold. If she's putting that hood up, guys, she's pretty cold. So you can see this area is not all, it's not renovated, it's not landscaped. It's up on top, pretty much the top of the mountain, so there's nothing built up here yet. It's just an open road that travels up through. But I knew you'd get a beautiful view here because I'd been here before.
It's trying to freeze me.
Yeah, I'm trying to freeze you. So guys, we're going to head back to the car and we're going to take a jaunt down to Goat Island. Hey guys, we're back. We're now on Goat Island in Eskasoni, and we're going to have a little roam around here and see what's around because I've never been here before and neither has Laura. So stick with us guys, follow us, and we'll see what's around. There is a gift shop here, but it isn't open right now. You can see. And there's a little bridgeway there coming over to here that the lake is right there. It runs up the other end. So we'll go over this way. There's a trail here. We'll go up that one next. Come up this trail first. So yeah guys, we've never been here. We thought we'd stop in and check this out. It's part of the native community and it's pretty interesting. There's teepees throughout here and stuff. It's a nice little trail, gravel trail as you can see. Give you a little view. There's a teepee over here. I'm kind of shouldering the cam here. So yeah, thought we'd stop in here and have a wander around. I guess it's not open today because there's supposed to be a kind of a tour here and a guide that tells stories and stuff. But yeah, here's just going to situate my camera. Sorry guys. There's a teepee. The way they used to make them. Well, not really, I guess. This one is more like a tarp on it. But that's the inside. That's pretty decent. We'd have a fire here, I guess, and an elder would tell some stories or stuff. As you can see, they'd build huts and stuff like that out of sticks and birch bark. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. I wish there was someone around here we could speak to, guys. Dock down there. You can see all the homemade things they've got going on here. Teepee is wrapped in some kind of tarp. That's a nice little wooded trail here. So what do you think, people? I find the native communities very interesting down here. There's a lot of culture, a lot of history. It's very interesting. we will eventually head on over to, there's a couple of more native communities up the island. One is called Wagmacook, and the other is, I'm having a brain fart, I can't think of it. Can't think of it, guys. It'll come to me eventually. Waikagama. That's it. Waikagama. Told you it'd come to me. There may be more, but I just can't think of them. Not off the top of my head. So there's 4 altogether that I know of. Eskasoni, which we're in now. There's member 2, which is in Sydney. And then the other 2. Wagmacook and, let's see, I forgot the other one already. My brain fart. Waikagama. Waikagama. We got a squirrel going. If I can catch him on cam for you guys. See him? He's right there. Laura's tired. Every time we film, Laura's tired. She's always tired, guys. I've been pretty tired myself lately. Just worn out. We have something interesting I'm going to show you guys up here. If you guys ever watch Canadian television, there's usually a, well, there used to be a commercial about this, guys. They situate rocks on top of each other, and it kind of looks like a person. And it's meant to mean that someone was here before. I'm going to show it to you right now. That's it. You see that? That means that somebody was here. And we have a little thing in the tree here. I'm going to read it to you guys. Mi'kmaq Musi, red oak. Our Mi'kmaq ancestors used the red oak's acorns, pounding them into fine flour and baking it into bread. The bark was used as an astringent to treat hemorrhaging, and powder made from acorns was used as a diuretic. See, native culture is interesting, people. It's very interesting. Such a beautiful trail here. Missy's taking selfies again. Selfie girl. She wants a picture of both of us. You gotta keep your women happy, guys. If they want a picture, you better give them a picture.
Oh, I'm freezing.
She's not feeling well, guys. She's sick. She has a cold. We've got a little picture here on the tree. See that? It comes around this side. Looks like a deer. And some kind of writing. There's some on this side too. See that, guys? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Laura's wandering ahead of me. Got a little seating area here. You can see. There's a little garden. A veggie garden. Sorry, a veggie garden. And we have another little sign here. Some information. Mi'kmaq people have always known about medicine and have always understood how roots and herbs from Mother Earth can be used for healing purposes. There's a squirrel, guys. See him? He's right over there. Went off track there. These remedies come in many forms, including I can't read it. Poultices and drinks. Though they were also consumed in their natural form, many were cures while others were preventative medicines. Burdock. Very good for blood purifier, digestive system, and kidney function. Muskeg tea helps to clear congestion in nasal passages and is good for kidneys, the flu, and the cold. Hear that? Start drinking some muskeg tea. Sweet flag, an all-purpose medicine considered good for flu and bad colds. Balsam fir, used as a teeth cleaner and for heartburn relief, as well as for cracked hands and sore back. Alder, the bark works as aspirin for heart health and is also effective for treating whooping cough. Ginger root, used for sore throat, circulation problems, morning sickness, appetite, and kidney function. And the pussy willow. Bark is effective, used for painkiller, stomach and kidney problems, and headache. Only people who have knowledge of where, when, and how to pick these medicines should do so, as a Mi'kmaq medicine person should be consulted before trying any of these remedies. That little squirrel over here roaming around. And, they're pretty brazen around here, guys, because I think people are feeding them. Squirrels aren't usually like that. Got another little pole here painted. Strange there's not a totem pole around. Well, some nice artwork down there. So, head on up the trail a bit more. You never know, there could be a totem pole up here. Got a little shack up here coming up. Another teepee. And a little climbing area. That's kind of far to come just for kids here. She wants to bring the little kids all the way out here, guys. It was quite a drive out here. It's about an hour to get out here from the north side. Maybe a little more. There's a little shack here. See this area, guys? There's a teepee here. There's another teepee. And they have words around with the Mi'kmaq language saying Sam Kwan. It means water. There's your little climbing area and a set of swings. Fire pit. Yeah, I was hoping there'd be an elder here to tell us some stories and stuff. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping the place would be open today, but apparently not. I looked it up on Google before we drove over here. Apparently supposed to be a place to eat over here on this island too, but I don't see anything unless it's down one of these trails. It's supposed to be some kind of a cafe. Remember I looked that up and it said there was a cafe? Yeah guys, it's beautiful here. I recommend coming here. Over to Goat Island, check it out. Hopefully when you guys come here it'll be open and you'll get the tour. You get an elder to tell you some stories and take a tour around here. That's what I was hoping to do. There's more teepees and stuff over through here. We'll go up this trail. We'll go across this trail and see, guys. Just a beautiful area up here, people. Really beautiful area. For my little sick girl. Little sick girl, doesn't she look pretty, people? She kind of looks like a native with that hood on. You got native in your blood? No? Do you? can tell me everything about you. So she's not going to tell us, guys, if she has part native in her. My two boys do. I have two kids, two boys, Colby and Kevy, and their mother's part native. She's Bredor native. So I'm just going to show you guys here. Somebody was here not that long ago. There's a fire. See the bear painted in the tree. It's a nice little area here, people. Beautiful view of the lake. Beautiful view. What do you think of that? So this is Goat Island, guys. Another little hut here. See that? And some nice artwork on it too. Some really nice artwork. And Laura's taking off on me again. She's not giving me time to film anything here, guys. There's got to be someone up here, dear, because that fire was lit not that long ago. We have another little bit of information here, people. The Mi'kmaq were semi-nomadic. During the summer, they spent most of their time on the shores harvesting seafood. During the winter, they would move inland to the woods to hunt. The weapon used most for hunting was the bow and arrow. Before the arrival of Europeans, the Mi'kmaq people had mastered techniques which enabled them to make tools and equipment from animal bone, ivory, teeth, claws, hair, feathers, fur, leather, quills, shells, clay, native copper, stone, wood, roots, and bark. Axes and gouges were made by pecking and grinding stone to a sharp edge and smooth surface. The Mi'kmaq relied heavily on the water and its products for food. Early in the year, the Mi'kmaq lived on shallow water, fish such as the flounder. The hunters would use spears for a larger fish and hook lines or trapping in weirs, V-shaped line of obstacles, for the smaller fish. Moose was a valuable staple in the Mi'kmaq diet. Hunters were generally excellent trappers. They would position themselves downwind of the moose and would often call the moose closer by imitating their own calls. Breads including bannock and 4-cent cake were made using the basic elements of flour, baking powder, water, and salt. Berries, root, and edible plants were picked and used in their basic food diet. So that's pretty cool. Very cool, guys. They were very smart people. Still are. They lived off the land. Another nice view here, guys. Just the same view, but it's a bigger opening of a spot. As you can see, there's a table here to sit at. Selfie girl's getting another picture, I think. So what do you think, people? You like this area? It's pretty decent. You look up the lake. I like this area. It's really nice. Really nice area, guys. Very nice area. Rubber gloves.
Oh, I mean gloves.
She said she's putting rubber gloves on, guys.
I'm so used to working and she's sitting there.
She's putting rubber gloves on.
I meant gloves. Thought I was at work again.
Yeah, she works at a hotel and she cleans rooms and she wears rubber gloves. Yeah, it's a nice trail, people. Nice wooded area. Too bad she didn't get to come with me when I did the Bellard Trail. I think she'll like that one. Bellard Trail was a very nice walking trail. And so is this one. It was something like this one, dear, but not as wide of a trail. So people, we're now up to 215 subscribers. And we are now over 8,000 views. So it's telling me the channel's doing very well. And keep it going, guys. Here's another little all feathers on the tree. They're like a plastic. These are all people that passed. Remember them, it says. All names of natives that passed.
Careful, babe.
Careful what?
There's a trap. I had to go underneath.
Okay. Man, she gets weird sometimes. Did you hear what she said, guys? Be careful, there's a trap.
He believes me too. That's the funny part. He falls for it every time.
Well, she had me looking around. I was like, what do you mean a trap?
You know what the funny thing, people? He falls for it all the time. You'd think
sure,
he would get used to it.
It's the first time she ever did something like that. Don't mind her.
Oh no, I've done lots of things to you.
Yeah, okay. You're telling your lies.
I'm not lying. It's funny.
So now we have another opening here with another teepee, another little sitting area, guys. We're just coming up on it now. As I say though, I wish there was someone here to speak to. So, we have a nice little wharf here. Little sitting area. A teepee and another little hut. And another little bit of information. Wiki. The Mi'kmaq people use polar for crafting trade items such as wood splints, flower vases, chairs, and twig furniture. The popular trees are plentiful on Goat Island. Oh, pretty cool. Selfie girl's ahead of me. See how far she takes off on me, guys? Now I've got to catch her again. She makes me walk very fast to catch her. Hello.
Hello.
That sun is strong today, people. Has me squinting. We have one more bit of information here. Maui Omi gatherings. The Mi'kmaq people pray and give thanks on a daily basis for all creation, for fish, for food, for children, for elders, for all that the Creator has given them. Every year, First Nation communities gather for many cultural events to tell stories, share information, and celebrate their rich and vibrant history. These gatherings are important social, cultural, and spiritual events for the Mi'kmaq, and they take place year-round all across North America. The powwow is an example of a large cultural gathering. Each year in June, the Mi'kmaq gather during National Aboriginal Day across Canada to celebrate the traditions and ceremonies of the Mi'kmaq people and to acknowledge their ancestors in their culture and heritage. July is the celebration of St. Anne's Day mission. St. Anne is the patron saint of the Mi'kmaq people. This mission is considered to be the longest continuous mission in Canada. Maui Mi, or gathering, is a time of joy, a time to share, to reflect and remember, and to connect with the Great Spirit. Some traditional items are significant in communicating to the spirit world based on the belief that all living things on earth have a spirit. The Mi'kmaq believe that the eagle is the only creature to have touched the face of the Great Spirit. The eagle feather is believed to be a means of delivering messages from the people to the Creator. The drum represents the heartbeat of the Mi'kmaq nation and is the center of all life and creation. It is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. The Mi'kmaq use medicinal Plants and herbs in some ceremonies, such as the smudging ceremony. Certain plants and herbs are burned to create a cleansing smoke bath used to purify people, ceremonial and ritual spaces, and tools and objects used in the ceremonies. The smudging plants and herbs include cedar, which is used to cleanse and bring balance to the emotions and the male-female elements. A sweetgrass ceremony, Pikinte Mank, is a cleansing and purification process used to bring sweetness and beauty into one's life and surroundings. Sage is used as a cleansing and purifying agent for banishing negative energies. So there was a little bit of information for you guys. So it's a pretty interesting place, people. Even though we don't have an elder here to tell us these things, there's little plaques laying around like that, so you can read them off and find this stuff out for yourself. This little place is well groomed and well looked after. Little plants kicking around, see that? So yeah, we just thought we'd stop in here and show you guys this today. A little bit of native culture. Winter's closing in on us. Montreal had snow there yesterday, I believe, or the day before. So it's coming here really soon, guys. It's getting closer now. It's really getting closer. I think we're going to have a snowstorm pretty soon, and I've read somewhere that this is supposed to be the worst winter we've had yet. And I certainly hope not. I remember my grandmother telling me that when she was small, there used to be that much snow that she'd be walking to school and the power lines from the telephone poles would be at her feet. That's how much snow we used to get down here. Trail cuts off that way or this way, and Laura's picking this way, so we'll go this way. But yeah, that's how much snow we used to get around here. And the last few years I found it was just been starting to get a little more each year. Last year I had snow drift in my driveway, guys. It was probably up to my waist high. Another little area here. Another teepee and picnic areas. There's a set of moose horns. And they got another one of these little shacks they're building. Some more plants kicking around. This is the trail we're on. So I'll give you guys a little view of what I'm seeing as we're walking here. I'm like a little baby, guys, when I get sick. I don't want to move or anything. See the clearing out there? Beautiful lake. We have another little bit of information up here. Another little opening. See that? This kind of looks like a berm dam up there. So, on over here, we'll read this one off and then we'll head up. So guys, wigwammy housing. The word wigwam comes from the Mi'kmaq wikum, a dwelling. Wigwams were usually built by the women and could be constructed in a day. The basic structure of a wigwam was 5 spruce poles lashed together at the top with split spruce root and spread out at the bottom. Birch bark sheets were laid over the poles like shingles, overlapping starting from the bottom up to the top of the wigwam. Top of the wigwam was left open for fireplace smoke to escape. In the 1930s, if birch bark was hard to get, wood and tar paper was used to build the wigwam. Later in the 40s, small houses made of wood and tar paper were built. In 1941, it was decided to make Eskasoni the central reserve for all of Cape Breton. During centralization, some people were forced to move with just tents and live that way through the winter. The government built only a few small houses and they were poorly constructed. The houses were just a shell with no interior and no insulation. They had wood stoves and were very cold, especially in winter. People slept on mattresses on the floor, and often 2 or 3 families would share a house. There were insufficient timber resources to support the building program and not enough to support fuel needs to heat the house. Stop taking off on me. Yeah, you did. You're like 100 yards away from me.
Oh, you said keep walking, so...
No, I did not.
Oh, I'm not sure first, did you?
I said I'm going to read this off and then we'll keep walking.
Oh! Guess I didn't hear that part.
It's a pretty long trail here, guys. I didn't think it was this big. We're obviously going right around the island. I would say we're going to come out the other side. That we come in this side, I bet you we're going to come out on the entrance to that side. There's a nice example of furniture. See that? These chairs are all made of birch trees. They're pretty cool. Instead of deer antlers. Wind chimes. That's decent. That's one way. Sandbar View. That's what that sign says, guys. Sandbar View. It's starting to get a little late in the day. I think it was about 2 o'clock when we came into Eskasoni.
Yeah, it's like 3 something now.
Is it? We were here for over an hour, guys. I think we're almost out of this trail now. So, kind of getting tired. I'm not a real big walker anymore, people. Ever since I broke my femur, I get sore after a while of walking. And that day that I done the Coxheath Mountain, I was in a lot of pain when I finished that hike. But me and Logan, our son, done quite a few miles up that mountain. Quite a few miles, guys. We've done 2 of the 3 trails. Well, almost 2 trails. We done a trail and a half. Because I wanted to get to the other look off and show you guys. That'll come soon. I'll be posting that video up pretty soon. But I have a lot backlogged right now. I've got a fire burning here, so somebody was here not that long ago, guys. See? Somebody was here. There's a birch bark canoe in the trees there. See that? I'll give you a little zoom in on it. Oh, I can't make a still image. But there's the birch bark canoe. Seen one of those in my Fortress of Lewisburg video. Another teepee, little sitting area, another teepee. A beautiful view of the lake. And it's just the start of Eskasoni here, and you work your way up into the community. As you can see, all the homes up there. A little view. See all the homes, guys? That's the community of Eskasoni. As I say, right now we're on Goat Island. That's a fair-sized island, guys. We got one more right up here coming up to tell you guys. And then I believe we're pretty much out of the trail and we're going to end the vid. So, taps and clothing. Mi'kmaq men and women wore loincloths of soft animal skin with the ends fastened to a belt at the waist. Each had a pair of leggings of thick moose hide or sealskin for warmth and to protect the legs from underbrush. Moccasins, a traditional footwear, were also made of moose or seal leather sewn with very fine closed stitches to help keep the water out. In winter, moccasins might be lined with fur and have high tops. Both men and women wore a pair of sleeves, one sleeve to cover each arm and shoulder. These were tied together at the back and front. Each person had a blanket-sized robe of suede, leather, or rich warm beaver fur. This was worn over the shoulders in the winter. Women had a second robe, which acted like a dress. Both robes had belts at the waist and fell to below the knee. Children had similar clothing, and little babies were wrapped up in the softest fox fur or in the feathered skins of swans. Clothing and accessories were beautifully made and decorated. Ornaments and decorations were thought to give magic protection to the wearer and add to one's status and power. Leather was often painted, the borders of robes, the cuffs of toes, and the moccasins. The bottoms and sides of leggings might show bands of parallel painted lines, geometric designs, example, triangles, circles, or scallops, or the intricate double curve motif. By the 19th century, with the introduction of glass and metal beads from the Europeans, the women's clothing included a beaded cap and a woolen skirt. The men's coat reflected European military uniforms. Traditionally, men and women used unique headdresses. The men wore a dog-eared beaded headdress for ceremonial occasions, and the women wore a beaded peaked cap. So it's pretty cool. The headdress for a man was full of feathers. Well, a chief was anyway. As you'll see in most older Western movies. I think that's pretty cool looking, people. The headdress of a native chief. We got something hanging in the tree up here. Ah, I know what this is, people. This is a red dress, and it's hung up here for all the indigenous women that have gone missing throughout Canada. Lots of indigenous women being murdered in Canada, people. They just disappear. It's like there's a serial killer on the loose or something. But they put these up in memory of them. Sorry guys, my camera turned off on me there for a sec, but as I was explaining, they hang these red dresses up, see, in memory of murdered and missing indigenous women. That's why it's there. There's a lot of indigenous women disappearing in Canada. It's like there's a serial killer on the loose or something. But there's an awful lot of indigenous women going missing over the past 10 years or more. You'll always see on the news a native woman disappearing, never being seen again. So each community hangs these red dresses in memory of them. And it's a shame, guys. A lot of these indigenous women that are disappearing are beautiful women. Like my little honey, she's beautiful. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. So yeah, people, a lot of indigenous women being taken, and God knows what's happening. They disappear off the face of the earth. Oh, we got a little opening here. Little dock. Welcome to the Brador. Eskasoni First Nation. I'm not going to read all that, guys. It's just too much there. It's just probably an explanation of the First Nation. We have another little seating area here. And I was right. We're back at the side that we're going to go into. And there's a big teepee there, guys. That's a really big one. You can see our cars parked over there. And this was the entranceway. Well, the entrance is right down this way here. There's a gift shop. We went in that way over there. The trail starts. So, We're back at the car. And it's time to go, guys. So, just remember, keep your subscriptions coming. Comment down below. If you want to keep continuing seeing our videos, hit that notification bell. And until next time,
See you later, guys.
catch you later.